Hello, good morning. Welcome to Better Life. I'm Dr. Ayo Akinshete, and today I want to talk to you from Matthew chapter 25, 14 to 30. I won't read it, I will just paraphrase. Matthew 25, 14 to 30 is a story, the parable Jesus gave about talents. Don't forget, we have been talking about hyper productivity. Hyper productivity. And the focus of today is that you are being washed. You are being washed. Now, the Bible, Jesus there told us that a man was with his employees, and then it was time to travel. He called his employees. He gave one 5 talent, gave one 2 talent, and gave the last one 1 talent, according to their several abilities. According to their several abilities. Mark those words. According to their several abilities. The question is, how did he know their abilities? He knew their abilities because while he was with them before his journey, he was watching them. While he was with them, he was watching them. Now understand, there are two kinds of watching. One is deliberate watching. The other is unconscious watching. Now, in deliberate watching, you give test. You test people. You check them out. You create opportunities and chances, and you watch out what they are going to do. You watch out for what they are going to say. That is deliberate watching. That was a kind that God did for Abraham. God told Abraham, take your son, your only son, and kill him, and I will show you where to kill him. He told him to travel to a mountain. He will show him. He traveled for 3 days, and then God told him, that's the mountain. Kill him there. And then Abraham tied the boy, put him on top of an arranger wood, and then lifted the knife to kill him. It took the voice of God to restrain Abraham from doing the killing. And then the angel of the Lord spoke on behalf of God. He said, Abraham, now I know that you fear me. That means before I was not certain. Now I know. Now I know. That chapter began by saying, and God tested Abraham. That is deliberate watching. God was watching to see what he was going to do. Then God created an opportunity, and he wanted to see if Abraham was going to be loyal to him, if Abraham was going to obey him to the letters, and Abraham did. Now, there are that type of watching. I want to believe the master in question here in the parable of Jesus must have done the same. He must have given chances and opportunities and scenarios, and he was watching what each of these servants was going to do. Now, understand that in life, there are people testing you and you may not be aware. Yeah, there are people testing you and you may not be aware. It could be your parents, your guardian, your boss. They are testing you. Yeah, someone told me what he wanted to do for somebody and he warned me. Don't tell him. These are my plans, these are my plans, these are my plans. But I want to test. So he began to test. The first test, he failed it. Second test, he failed it. Third test, he failed it. Fourth one, he failed it. The man said, Brother Ayo, as much as I wanted to go all the way with this gentleman, but I don't think I can go all the way because I have been setting my test, I have been creating chances, and I have been watching to see how far I can go with him. I don't think I want to take the journey with him. Now, many of us, we are failing tests every day. We are messing up opportunities every day, and the opportunities for life, opportunities to showcase you, opportunities that will bring you to limelight. You are messing them up every day, and ultimately, what you are destroying there is your productivity. You are destroying your productivity. You are destroying your productivity. That's what you are doing there. Now, the second type of watchers, there are two kinds of watchers and watchings. One is deliberate watching, where they create opportunities and chances and see what you are going to do. The other one is an unconscious one. Yeah. In this case, people are not creating chances and see what they will do. People are not trying to test you, but circumstances will come up. Circumstances will come up naturally. And then what you do, people will see, and then they will know that you are not a good man. There are such in your neighborhood, among your siblings, with your parents, with your boss. things will happen. And now listen carefully. This type happens every day. Every blessed day. People are watching you. They are watching your responses to life situations. They are watching your responses to problems. They are watching your responses to issues. They are watching your responses to your subordinates. A young man, even though a graduate, he could not get a job, so they asked him to be a chief security officer. He had about 4 other security men under him who were not graduates. 2 of them were illiterate. One was a school start holder. He was the Oga of them because he was a graduate. Now, all of them were within the same age bracket. But you see, while he was there, as much as the boss who put him there was looking for better opportunities for him, but he just felt, while we wait for the opportunities, let's put you here. At least be within the system. And while he was there, man, the 4 men under him, he vexed them. He showed them that he was their boss. He showed them that he was their supervisor. He proved to them in every way that their lives and livelihood was under his control. And reports were seeping in here and there. 1 or 2 of those under him complained to some staff members who were close to them that since this man came here, things have not been the same. He's very harsh. He's this, he's that. Now, nobody set the test. Circumstances just came up. Circumstances where we were supposed to just correct them, we hammer them. Yeah. We hammer them. He dealt with them ruthlessly. And then the information seeping from the security department to other department, little by little, they were moving up until they got to the boss. And then the boss decided to set up a committee, a secret committee to watch this young man. And then all the reports given were negative reports. The boss ultimately began to look for an opportunity to sack him, because he felt, if you are the head of security and you are vexing people like this, when you become the head of marketing or the head of purchasing or the head of public relations, what are you going to do? If you are the head of a small department like this and you are doing like this and you are vexing people, now the man who determined to ensure that this young man will get a good job and rise in life, the same man pulled back. Listen, many of us, that things should do from day to day, that people are watching, that people are seeing, they are determining what kind of help you are going to get tomorrow. Even though today, the focus of today is not the number of talents, it's not the number, but basically, the reason for watching is for support. God has so designed life in such a way that people that will support you tomorrow are those watching you today. People that will help you tomorrow are those watching you today. People that will give you money tomorrow are those watching you today. Some of them would have been watching you for years, some for months, some for weeks, and some for days. And some, it is one singular thing you are going to do. One. And then what they see that day, what they see at that event will determine how they are going to help you. And that singular event can change your life. Please be careful. Be careful. The core of my message to you today, please understand that you are being watched. Heaven is watching you. The earth is watching you. Angels are watching you. And men are watching you. Somebody is hearing me there now. You feel nobody is seeing what you are doing. If man does not see, God sees. In case you don't know, you are running a reality show. Everything you do on the earth is being recorded. There is a video recording of everything you are doing. Even your thoughts are recorded. You can deceive people, you can't deceive God. Everything you are doing is being recorded. So basically, there's a camera on you 24/7. Even God is watching you. You can deceive people to assist you. You can deceive people to think you have a good reputation, but you can't deceive God. God sees your motives, not just your actions. And I hope you know, if God does not help you, man won't help you. Yeah. So we are not talking about somebody pretending to be good. We are talking about people becoming good. People doing the right thing, even when nobody is watching. Yeah. Yeah. That's what we are talking about. You are being watched. Conscious watchers, unconscious watchers, then heavenly watchers. Heavenly watchers. Heavenly watchers. God told Israel sometimes. He said, now I am going to deal with you and punish you. He said, because these 10 times, I have washed you and I have given you mercy. He said, but now mercy expires. I am going to punish you. Why? He has been watching them. He has been watching them. As a person, one of the things I fear the most is the fact that God is watching me. Yeah. There's a pastor there, pastoring 50 people. Please hold the 50 like they are 50,000 because God is watching you. Yeah. God has prospered you and you have had 2,000 people. Please hold the 2,000 like they are 200,000. God is watching. Mr. Boss, don't vex those under you because you are not God. Even though your position is an extension of God's position. Yeah, you are more like a little master over people. The ultimate master is God. Always remember that you are not the ultimate master. Yeah, you are only sharing God's position as master of the universe. Please do in that position what God would have done. Does it mean you won't punish those who are wrong? No, you will punish people when you have to. You will discipline people when you have to. You will sack people when you have to. You will report people when you have to. But ensure you do everything you do with conscience. Yeah. Do everything you do with conscience. Do everything you do with conscience. Don't be like some of our big politicians who only use the rule of law to punish people who are against them. So basically, they are not out for the rule of law. They are not trying to sanitize the nation. No. When you see that they are using the parastatals to go after some bad people, it is not because those people are bad. It is because those people have done evil to them before. So basically, they are not trying to eradicate corruption. No. They are trying to deal with people who hurt them in the past. If you are dealing with corruption, it should be general. Yeah. Everyone involved should be arrested. Everyone involved should be dealt with. So what God is looking out for is not this kind of leadership. God is looking out for a leader who will understand that I am enjoying a portion of God's grace. God is the ultimate leader. He has put me here to represent him. And then you are doing your leadership, exhibiting your leadership in the fear of God. Because even those under you are watching you. Yeah. Many people don't realize that those down will not remain down forever. They are also watching. I'll close with this story of a man I know very well in Abuja. Very well. He was the oga of somebody. And this young man under him, he particularly saw the man was energetic, he was passionate, he was creative, and he encouraged him. And then somewhere along the line, the man got an idea and got finance. Blew up the idea. In no time, the idea became big. It began a factory and then began to make millions. That oga had retired. He went to fetch him and made him general manager of his new company. Now, subordinate has become the oga. He employed the oga. The oga is still doing well after retirement from the first company because he was good to his subordinate. Look, table turn. It may not turn for bad. Yeah, oga can become subordinate to his former subordinate, not for evil, but because tables turn. People are watching you. Those higher, those lower, they are watching. My sister, my brother, be careful. We stop here for today. I'll see you tomorrow.